Hello and welcome to episode 3 of the Unnamed Park series. And this episode we are building the first coaster, which is going to be a in-house classic wooden coaster. This is the third iteration of this ride. The first iteration went towards the entrance, which I didn't like because it kind of towered over the entrance. And then I built another version that went out like this, but the recording didn't save. Yay! But this version is the best version. I also built a mock spinner that could have gone here, but I'll show you that in the real time because I still have them in the park. But this ride is very jank. So some elements are dead, dull, don't do anything, and some elements give insane airtime. The lore is that it's in-house and like they just kind of eyeballed it. So yeah, I'm really happy with the product, so I hope you like it too. We're also gonna build a flat ride in this episode, and it's gonna be really fun. Yeah, this is the first time I did a coaster time lapse. Kept it at the same speed because it's a decent rate and you can kind of tell what's happening. And I'm struggling to get it to actually make it over the elements right now, but I get it to work. And then we are gonna go back. It's kind of cool because the brake run is not very high off the ground, but it ends up going down a hill, kind of like a voyage, which I actually really like. So yeah. But now we're building this airtime filled second half, which is really fun. Gives airtime throughout. Yeah, overall, this would just be a pretty fun ride in real life. I actually like classic woodies, so I don't know how this would be for other people, but for me, I would actually really enjoy this ride. It's inspired off of a Great American Scream Machine at my home park, and then just classic wooden coasters in general. Built a trick track at the end because I thought that'd be cool and unique. And now I'm building a brake run. Yeah, this ride looks like it has kind of a short layout, but it actually is really long because it slows down a lot at the middle. And it can run 3 trains actually, which I have it running, although realistically it would only run 2. And then, yeah, we're gonna build another flat ride as well, and you'll see the EK Phil's parking lot that he built me that I showed you in episode 2. You'll see that come in at some point, because like halfway through building this, I got the parking lot. So yeah, pretty cool. Well, my voice just went out. Sorry if my voice sounds a little weird. I've been sick, so yeah. I'm better now, but I just was sick, so I don't know if my voice is gonna sound weird or not. But sorry if it does. I have a question regarding the episodes because there's something that I wanted to build in the episode, but the episode would have been way too long if I built it. But if I add it to the next episode, it'll be way too long of an episode. So I was wondering, because most of the time once I post my episodes I already have around half of the next episode finished. But I have not touched episode 4 when filming this because I barely got this episode done in time, and even then it's still coming out a little late. So I'm curious if I could do like a mini episode, bring the schedule back to Tuesdays, so it would come out next Tuesday because this is probably going to come out on Wednesday or Thursday. And then that would give me extra time because that episode won't take very long. It'll be a short episode. That would give me time to get good ahead on episode 4 and would keep me from just progressively getting more and more behind, if that makes sense. So yeah, if nobody gives me any throughput on that or whatever, I don't know how to talk, then I'm just gonna do it because I like the idea and I don't want to rush these builds. But yeah, now we're building this roof structure, which I actually end up really liking. It looks nice, like a classic wooden coaster roof structure. Wow. Yeah. Then I just, I just copy and paste this throughout the whole station. Ends up looking really nice. And yeah. Oh, I'm tired. It's pretty late. I'm filming this. I'm gonna go to bed soon, so who knows when this episode will actually be coming out. Yep, but this time lapse I think is the longest. It's 15 minutes. But this real time I haven't. This is the first time that I've film the time lapse for the real time. So the real time will probably be pretty long on this episode because I want to show you the old iterations, and there's just more to show you as well. Actually, a lot of stuff is done off camera, not because I lost the footage, but because I just simply decided not to film. It's really just me building a giant maintenance area and building the queue fences for the flat ride, but I show you me building the queue fences for this ride. Because I don't think you want to watch me do a ton of rides. Oh man, I'm sorry, but I'll at least show you like the major rides of me doing it, and the flat rides I'm sure you don't really care about. Yep, just lining up the center beam because that's just adds that touch. And then I don't know what I'm gonna do next. Yes, but as of filming this, the Toy Box DLC just came out like 3 days ago. Being completely honest, I've like barely touched it. Guys, I was gone when it came out, and then I just haven't touched it really. I mean, I bought it, but I haven't really done that much with it. I touched a little bit for digital dance competition because I had an idea for that, but ended up not doing that. And then, yeah, complicated stuff. Now I'm trying to build this transfer check thing. It doesn't end up looking perfect, but I mean it works. So yeah. The exit pathway for this ride is kind of weird. I'll show you it in the real time, but it kind of also acts as a maintenance road. It's hard to explain, but I kind of worked this stuff out, sort of. I doubt it would work in real life, but in Planco world, this is how maintenance areas work. So yeah. I'm building this plaza area. You can kind of imagine that the wooden coaster was here by itself for a while. Maybe an older flat ride where the claw ride is, and they like added the claw ride to kind of freshen up the area. Here I'm downloading a playground for that open area that I was talking about for like the mini episode. And I decided not to make a playground because I had a different idea. And now I think we're about to start on the line. I tried to make the little cover thing that most wooden coasters have on the brake run, but I just didn't like it, and this one's supposed to be different, so yeah. No cover for it. And now we're gonna ride it. This is spoilers. And then the block sections were messed up, but I fix it, so don't worry. You can probably already tell from this POV that the ride's kind of janky. And yes, it's like at 6x speed, so that's also a really long ride. Considering that, yeah, it's probably like a minute or a minute and a half of prime ride time, like from the first drop to the brake run, not just going up the lift as well. Then I think we're gonna start on the line. I don't really remember the order of this. We are 8 minutes through the time lapse, so a little bit over halfway. You get to listen to my beautiful voice more. But I think the parking lot's gonna go in soon. You can see me building kind of the more modern queue covers, and then you'll see on the woodie it has older looking covers. I just copied the ones from the lockers. That little curvy section at the beginning of the wooden coaster line goes away because I decided I didn't want it. Man, I'm tired. I'm so sorry. But I decided that I didn't want it. Just because it would be hard to custom fence. Yeah, that's kind of a lazy reason, but also, like, if the corners were wider, I could do it, but the corners were so tight that, like, it would be really hard to make with custom fences. And I think it's just more realistic to have a straight thing anyway. And then, yeah, I decided to custom fence the queues. I don't know why I did this to myself, but it worked. But this park probably won't be super high piece count, so I don't think it's a problem, because my computer will probably explode if it's, like, just slightly above average piece count. And now, okay, ooh, I thought my computer crashed for a minute. Yes. And then we're gonna copy the covers from the lockers onto this line. Cause they just look kind of older, not super old, kind of like like the ride didn't open with those covers, but then they just added those covers a while ago. If that makes any sense at all. This park has some deep lore, if you ask me. Now I gotta think of what to say. Whoa, that was a really long pause. I was doing like the pauses that I sometimes do because I like it. Because you don't want to listen to my voice the whole time, and that one's really, really long. So, yeah, my bad. Yep, but I just spam these random metal fences. Now I'm gonna build a ramp, which ends up looking pretty bad, but I kind of fix it off camera. But I don't fix it all the way. And I don't think there is really a way to fix it. It just doesn't look that good. So, yeah, sorry about that. And then it's hard to explain because you don't see the parking lot right now. There's a big space between the parking lot and the like coaster, and that was purposeful. I kind of drew out an area for him to make the parking lot when he offered to make it. And that's because I wanted a big maintenance area right there, because like I said, when I'm not gonna go super detailed, but like when you look up above a park, you see a lot of maintenance areas. So I want it to actually look kind of realistic from above, because that's just kind of satisfying. Because like even though this is my first park, I still want to be satisfied with what I build, and I cannot build unrealistic in this game. Like I physically am capable of building unrealistic in this game. So unrealistic, yeah. So it will be kind of detailed, not super detailed though, because like I said at the beginning of this series, it is just a park series for me to learn how to make a park, and then I will progressively get better as I go throughout the series and from the series from now on, because I actually really enjoy doing this park series. There'll definitely be more after this. I might start doing like a daily short thing starting off the new year maybe, and do it like all through January, kind of like how that one Digital Dan did like 2 years ago. I might do that. We'll see. Yeah, you can see all these fences are like just terrible. But yeah, and then I've written a couple of review scripts, but they're all really long, and I really like the scripts, but then I realized that the way I wrote them needed extremely good editing. And if you've watched any of my videos before, you know I'm not very good at that. So, yeah. Eventually I will, but it takes time and practice. And I'm impatient, and I don't have a ton of time, and I don't want to practice. So, yeah, great combination. And now we're just going to add plants, because like I said, this is kind of a nature-y park. And then I add this little cut through. In just 1 second. This little cut through for the line, so we don't have to walk through the whole cattle pen if it's a walk on, which probably most of the time it actually will be. Now my computer screen's going black because I haven't touched my mouse in forever. Oh wow, we only have like a minute left in the time lapse. Okay. And yeah, just build a pole, build this chain because that's how they work. This kid that I'm friended with on Steam won't get off of Steam, and for some reason it keeps on notifying me in the time lapse. That's what you're seeing. And then I think I'm just going to build the outline of the maintenance area, and then I'll cut, and then you'll be surprised because I've built more stuff. I changed the color of the flat ride as well to like this blue and tan. It looks nice. But yeah, we're about to go to real time in 20 seconds. So like I said, you'll see a big change. My real times actually, I've noticed, are the audio sounds a lot worse, so I don't know what's wrong with that. But yeah, I'll see you in the real time, like right, not now, no. Oh, what am I doing? There's still 10 more seconds. Man, I really want it to get into real time, don't I? I need something to talk about. But yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. Doesn't have a photo booth because it's old. Whoa. Okay. No cringy intro again. Real time now. Hello and welcome to Real Time of Episode 3, and now we have a rides on the skyline now actually. Yeah, coming into the park, not much has changed with this area. I told you I was going to build planters, but I didn't because I forgot. And this whole area, like I said, is unfinished. Let's look at that on camera. And here we have the walk-up view. I actually really like this. There'll be stuff over here, so I'm not going to mess with this too much. As you come over here, you get a great view of this. It's pretty much right over you. And here is where the mini episode thing will probably be. And the key for the ride, which I did custom, which you haven't seen yet. And I forgot what you have to do. So let me do that real quick. Okay, that was all. And then we come to the woodie, which now is completely done with all of this natureness. Its name is wooden right now, so comment name suggestions. It is a custom wait time board that I made. I might put it on the workshop, but these two are from whoever made this kit. Does it say? No. And yeah, the line looks good. Like how it's kind of surrounded by the ride, kind of wooded. And I tried to hide these fences, but I think it just made it look worse, but I kind of like it. Seems like something a theme park would do. And then we'll hop on later, but the exit pretty much is a maintenance road. So if the transfer track came right here and they needed to unload it to the maintenance, they could simply just open these guys up, take it down here, and take it this way, which is right all why all this is asphalt. This would obviously be closed during the hours, but just for this I have it open. It takes you behind here to the maintenance area with a random staff pass square. I don't know why that's there. And then we have water tanks, cars, maintenance shed that I built in 2 minutes. This and then access to the ride. I guess in case it rolls back, I don't think it could. I guess it might. It's possible. And yeah, there's the ride flying around with barely any guests because it can run 3 trains. This one has 1. And yeah, there isn't too much to show you in this episode besides that. Just wild, considering this is a pretty big episode. So I think I'm just gonna leave you with a POV of the ride, and I will see you in the next episode. So,